Hello and welcome back to The Goodness Margin, the place where we find margin for the good things in life. Today I want to share with you 4 reasons to rid your life of paper clutter. This thought came to me the other day when I realized that I had saved a lot of money by going ahead and dealing with some mail. We were in a really busy season. There was a lot happening and I had grabbed some mail and I just almost stuck it in a pile. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to take 5 minutes right now and very quickly go through this. This piece of mail in particular that I'm talking about was a medical bill for a cancellation fee for an appointment that my husband had. I had called and canceled and spoken with the lady and she said, well, we normally charge a cancellation fee. And I knew because of the time frame that my husband had scheduled it in that he had no idea there was a cancellation fee or he would have never scheduled it for that date. And so I told her that and I said, is there any way for you to waive this fee? When we reschedule, we'll be sure to not cancel. And she said, of course, we will waive this fee. Well, somehow that did not get put in the system correctly, and they sent me a bill for that. Now, this was one of those third-party medical billing systems. So if you're familiar with those, you know that very quickly, if you don't pay those will immediately go to collections, and that will be something that then is a whole different avenue you have to go down. I saved about $100. It was a $50 fee, but when it goes to collections, it usually adds additional fees. So I know I saved anywhere from $50 to $100 by seeing that piece of paper, calling that company back and saying, hey, we had this conversation last week. And she said, I'm so sorry, I will change this right now. And then I asked her to email me a confirmation of that, and she did. So that brings me to the number one reason why you should rid your home of paper clutter is you will save money. I can promise that this will happen. Have you ever received a bill and if you didn't pay it, there's a late fee? So that is one of the simple ways that you can save money. The second reason is you want to avoid inconveniences and some embarrassment. In the mail comes invitations to things. It comes notices that there's going to be a conference or something like that happening. What I like to do is I don't want to keep those pieces of paper. If I need to, I may snap a photo so I can remember a schedule if that's printed on the paper or the invitation. But what I will typically do is go ahead and RSVP to the wedding and to let them know whether I'm coming or I'm not coming. And then if it's a conference, I'll go ahead and take a photo of that schedule, but I'll put it in my calendar right away. Because there are events that maybe you want to go to or that you need to let someone know I'm unable to attend. And it's a little bit embarrassing sometimes to be that person that they say, hey, you haven't RSVP'd or are you coming to the conference next week? And you totally forgot about it because I know that unless I put it in my calendar, I am not going to remember it. So if our mail comes in and we immediately look at those things, decide, is this something that I need to put in my calendar or let the person know I'm not attending. This will help us to avoid a lot of inconveniences and embarrassment in our life. The third way is to protect your identity. I know a lot of identity theft is digital now, but there are still people that steal identity with things that they go through your trash. So what I like to do is if something comes in the mail that has some personal information on it, I will immediately shred that. I'm getting rid of it, protecting my identity, all in one fell swoop. And number 4, this is probably one of the most important ones, and you're protecting your peace. Do you see a stack of paper clutter and feel peace? I highly doubt it. You may have heard this story on one of my other videos about going paperless. I have been the person that sits at the filing cabinet and is digging through trying to find that piece of paper that I know I had at some point, but I just don't remember exactly where I put it, and I really need to get my hands on it. Because of my paperless system, and even if you're not paperless, if you have an organized filing system, but when paper comes in your house, rather than allowing it to stack up or that you're having to go through your files or go through your digital files and go through these stacks of papers, or that you know exactly where you can locate that because you know that you don't have stacks of papers. You don't have that stress in your life. You are protecting your peace. So the next time paper comes in your home, whether it comes in through the mailbox or your child brings it home from school or you have a stack of papers come in from work, think of these reasons. You owe it to yourself to take care of that paper clutter and to remove that stress from your life. I know that going paperless and finally getting a really good grip on all of the paper that comes in my home has created a huge amount of margin in my life for the good things, and I believe it will for you as well. If you've enjoyed this video, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so you be notified when the next video goes live.